Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across my platform. If it is your first time and you like what we are doing in this platform, kindly like, subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. And I want to appreciate you too for creating this wonderful platform that we are using to disseminate information. At the same time, I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote misleading information, hate speech, or violence. We are here to educate and inform the members of the public about what is happening, and also YouTube to tell you that a call for self-determination is not a call for war. Great people, I greet you all. Let's watch today's video, and after that, let's come to the comment section to air our mind and our opinion constructively. Thank you.
So ihe anyị ji bịa ebe a ka anyị gwa ndị Igbo bụ ofu Igbo bịakọta ọnụ ihe anyị na-ebe n'ọnụ maka na eche ya tọcha wa akpa alete mma ya dị sinalicha ụgba ma but ebe a bụ na asị m ka ọ dịkwala anyị ma dịrị ha nwe mma
alụ ka nkwa ndị ka anyị lezi anya
abịala za asatụ mbụ onye amalekwu na America.
With different dialects, one language and one culture, the Igbo, one of the major tribes in Nigeria, are in the southeast, south and north-central regions of the country. The regional and state divides have made it difficult for the Igbo to work together to achieve common goal. Worried by this scenario, an Igbo socio-cultural organization with the name Unified Igbo Now convened a conference in Asaba, Delta State capital.
Once I traveled from Onitsha to Asaba on the Niger Bridge, I could feel how our ancestors crossed each side to build another settlement. And I said to myself, if the river wasn't a barrier to our ancestors, why us? Why would we be demarcated by artificial nomenclature like South, East, South, and North Central? I bet people who weren't deterred by natural barriers wouldn't be caged and divided by artificial ones. To unify with our brothers and sisters across Niger and fashion one Igbo family has been the battles of our ancestors, and as the river flows, so shall the unity flow with it. But one way to achieve this is by listening and answering the calls of our ancestors.
The group says it is disturbing that Igbo-speaking communities have forgotten that before the regional demarcations done by the colonial masters, the Igbo people have existed as one tribe with one culture.
Deny ndo Igbo kpọrọ deny na ma boro ịdị n'etiti Igbo niile. O je bụ na ịbịa na Nigeria taa achị ikewu ihe ya bịara Igbo ebe ọ dị mma. Enu ka a na-asị na Anambra, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi na Enugu so ha nwawu ndị Igbo enwe na Nigeria. Ije na news house enu ka a na-asụ mainstream Igbo. Asụsụ a niile ọ dị deceptive eji wee wete system a na-akpọ divide and rule ka anyị wepụ ya n'ime anyị ka anyị nwike na-afụ onwe anyị asị nwanne a na-asị mainstream Igbo bụ Igbo nwere Igbo karịa Igbo niile bụ gịnị Igbo
amazina nke ọ ga-esi bụ na ndị nke anyị ga-asịzi na anyị bụzi na ndị Igbo anyị na Igbo bụ ofu. Ọ dị dịka ile na eze ya ma nwike wepụ nwa na-abịa n'ime ọnụ n'ọka anyị na ndị Igbo si dị. Enwe m ụmụnne na Mbaise ikwu a ga-eji na aza ọbụlụ wee na azazi maka onuwe asụ ụvụrụ. Enwe m ụmụnne.
So Biafrans, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. You know, when we call a spade, and we mean that a spade is a spade, that is what we are doing. we have come to understand vividly the role Christianity played in our life. Christianity played the role of divide and rule in Biafran land. And if you see what is going on in Biafran land today, you will see how Igbo people are trying to go back to renegotiate with their own brothers. Our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, when he was detained before, they asked him to go with the 5 states. He refused. He said he is not leaving any stone unturned. And since that time, he laid the egg, which these our brothers are following today, Igbo unification. And when you come inside Igbo unification, you will see that the 40 states that make up Biafran land are all Igbo. All of them have Eke, Orie, Afo, and Nkwo in their hometown. And for this reason, any religion that is coming to Biafra without the ideology of unification, you know that that religion is null and void. So for this, we have come to bring some things to you, the marvelous jobs which our brothers and sisters are doing back home, as we promise that we will bring Biafra from diaspora, and through internet, we will deliver the message to them. Mind you, a lot of catastrophe has come inside the life of Igbo people, which is called divide and rule. And in our own generation, we have come to understand how divide and rule used to work, at least with the ideology of DOS. How DOS imposed people to go after one man only, to hate one man only. That is how divide and rule system, divide and rule ideology came to existence. Without the divide and rule, which we understood before joining the struggle, that is the ideology we got. That is why all of us stood strong with Simon Ekpa. Today, you can see every of our platform is shining gold. Is shining with gold because the unification of Biafra is the only thing. Unification. Whenever you go to church and you are not seeing pastors preaching unification of this 40 states, you know that that pastor is still beating around the bush. That's why we title it Historical Unification of the 40 States of Biafra, United States of Biafra is the only way out. This is the ideology pastors, people who is serving in authority, supposed to impose inside their followers. And let us listen to our brothers.
Na Ebonyi State, when azazi Oboro, I want to wa Obolo. Mananye ni nation ofu Obolo tree won mpo afa ka obo. Ya ka any nation si buni.
This one is not real Igbo. This one is fake Igbo. I'm pleading this medium for everybody to please, when you see a banker man, recognize him as a full Igbo person. Anya bo kita na ka ejiko ọnụ. Onweghị etu anyị ga-esi ga-enwe prosperity na ya ejiko ọnụ na gịnị na omenala.
We are out to partner with them, to partner with you, to partner with every other Igbo organizations. Name of ma. Maka na ọ dịleba anyị mma, ọ dịla anyị nchani mma.
If you don't know your culture, you are a fulefu. As the people say, more than one nasu Igbo fuma. Maka na been Nansoka for a very long time. So you have to look at your culture very well and try to identify yourself. Identity.
The conference was attended by members of Igbo-speaking communities in Kogi State, Edo those states, River State, Cross River State, as well as Igbo-dominant states of Delta, Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Abia, and Ebonyi states.
When I you want the Igbo biko n'ọnọdụ anyị nọ taa onye ji bụ ọnọdụ ndị ọhịa anyị na-anọ n'egwu egwu chi ejiri nke taa wee egwu egwu onye arahụ n'ụra maka ọnọdụ anọ taa onye ma ihe oge ga-etinye n'ọnọdụ a etinye onye egburu maka ọnọdụ a ọ ga-eje n'igwe ọ ga-eje ọkwụmụ maka ọ ka e wee mee ka Igbo bụrụ otu maka tribes ndị ọzọ bụ otu anyị ga-abụkwu n'otu.
This conference is meant to unify, first of all, with the proponents, people who are especially from the identity-affected areas in Igbo land. We are talking about the Ukwani, the Ikwere, the Echioba, Ika, Ibanke, and the rest of them. So in order to have an agreement, in order to work together for the interest of the unification of Ndibo.
The reason why we are doing this to make sure that Ndibo are together to defeat our political wars, to defeat the identity crisis that has been with us from onset.
Highlight of the conference was the conferment of chieftaincy title to the conveners of the conference. The group later paid a condolence visit to the palace of Asaba over the demise of the monarch.
So my lovely Biafran people, what we are doing is what we know that our people need. And what our people need is exactly what we are bringing to them. We know very well the ideology of divide and rule. How Britain used Fulanese to divide Igbo people. And they say that we are left only with the 5 states. Since our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cried out as the Messiah, because every one of us is listening and waiting to hear the voice of the Messiah, then Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came up and they cried out. Since that time, the spirit of unification came inside the people's mind and it penetrated to every one of us that is watching, that is sharing, that is creating the awareness. These our brothers that host this meeting with the NTA News, they started a long time ago, since the gospel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu begin to spread alive. Then, the purpose of this message today, which we are not going to stay long, is there is no way a Christian can preach in the church without going back to the chronology of Igbo people, going back to the historical track of Igbo people, going back to put those things they removed in the life of Biafrans. When we say Biafran, the 40 states that make up Biafra, it is understandable that in Nigeria, our people, these people you see now, they cannot be mentioning Biafra because of security purpose. We that have taken it upon us, have taken it upon us without looking anybody's face, to be adding the words they cannot mention All of them are Biafra because all these people that is doing this thing, when you see them, they will be talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And as it stands now, anybody who is talking about Nnamdi Kanu is also talking about Simon Ekpa. Except the people that the recharge card warriors, all of them self have been dissolved. They have been dissolved. Now they found out that Ifeanyi Ejiofor, who kept Nnamdi Kanu inside prison custody, is guilty. So any other person that is coming out now to speak against Simon Ekpa is doing it on his or her own. You know it now. And where are we heading to? We are heading to the line of unification. It's telling those things that the colonial masters took away from in the life of our people. That is what we are instilling back. Why we are playing this thing is to make sure that the Igbo people know whom they are. The ideology of divide and rule is the reason why that place is not more unpopular. So I have to play it again. These people have been doing wonderful job. They have been doing wonderful job since for a very long time. They've been doing well. They've been doing well.
Igbo niile, Igbo gburugburu ekene m unu.
So ihe anyị ji bịa ebe a ka anyị gwa ndị Igbo, Igbo bụ ofu. Ka Igbo bịakọta ọnụ.
Ihe anyị na-ebe n'ọnụ maka na eche ya tọcha. Wakpa alete mma. Ya dị smelicha ụgba ma.
But ebe a gwara asị m ka ọ dịkwara anyị ma dịrị ha nwe mma.
Anụ ka nkwa ndị ka anyị lezi anya.
Adeleza asatụ mbụ onye Amalekwu na America.
With different dialects, one language and one culture, the Igbo, one of the major tribes in Nigeria, are in the southeast, south-south and north-central.
Igbo is the major tribe in Nigeria. All of them are Igbos as well. When you meet these people one-on-one, all of them defend their Igbo-ness. But when we come into political arena, you will be seeing that money influence which Nigeria invented in them. Abo, they speak Igbo. Ebanke, they speak Igbo. Going all those places, all of them speak Igbo. And why are they not defending Igbo people? Why are they not keeping sit at home? Why are they not following exactly the law of Biafra? Because of divide and rule. But one way and the another, they are joining the game because Fulanese knows the power of Igbo people. The Biafran government in exile is also bringing a very strong way of worship, a very strong way of unifying our people through religion. Because our people used to say, if they can use Christianity and the Muslim and the other type of religion to deceive our people, we can also use religion to unify our people. We are just bringing some kind of ideology, things that is coming, because even Biafran government, they are not only bringing banks. If you can look back here, you will see Biafran Central Bank, you can see Biafran coin, you can see Biafran Bitcoin, you can see everything that has made up a government. Biafra is also coming up with a legit religion, which our people have to be using to unify themselves. And any religion that is not going towards this historical track, we miss it. And we are not going to support any religion that will not be following the historical track. Anything, those people that went to Eka, those people that went to Ebanke, Those our deities that they use to locate themselves. That is what the Biafran government is going to recognize. Because through Eri Palace and the Idu Palace, you can get the real history of Biafran people. We have every history. If you are following this, our brothers that is joining this history up, you will understand how they have been going house to house, chamber to chamber, asking informations, asking deep questions to the elders. Elders are telling them how they came and how they come to where they are. History have told us that when you go to Eri Palace, you will see Idu Eri Kingdom. Idu Eri Kingdom. And the history of Biafra is coming to unify and tell Biafrans what is Idu, who is Idu, and who is Eri, and who is God. God, all of us know that towards the ideology of Britain, by removing the history of God out of Bible, they brought King James Version to us. They removed the history of God. Biafran government is now coming to teach people the history of God, how God came and the children of God, how they traveled and they make up Biafra, which is 40 states today. That's why we title what we have titled here, Historical Unification of the 40 states of Biafra is the only true religion. We are no more too much interested on Bible quotation every day because we have washed ourselves with a Bible quotation. But what we want is those histories that been taken away when Christianity is being introduced to us. Biafrans, the people who is watching here, what we are giving to you from 555 Vision is kind of expo, things that is coming to Biafran people. Because Biafran government in exile, led by our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, they are also bringing out a solid historical fact of religion that Biafrans will embrace. History of when the other day our PM said that we have traditional religion. Mazen Nnamdi made us to understand that Igbo people are the ancient people of the earth. Before the arrival of the Jews, which is God, he said, first boat landed, second boat landed through Egypt and through Ethiopia. The real fact of the story is coming. 3 people made up Igbo Biafra and the Biafran people. 3 people made them up. The indigenous of the land, ancient people of the earth. They were there. Agụrụ ụzọ Igbo, agụrụ esi ejebe ndị Igbo. They were there before landing of God to the place where you see Eri Kingdom. They met people, and this is the history Biafran government in exile is bringing to you. People who is here, people who is watching, we are bringing, maybe we call it expo, things Biafran government is planning that they bring to the public. People will come, people will listen to the real fact. What you are hearing here today, Biafran government has already coupled this history. And that's why before Mazen Nnamdi says he is not going until they gave him the permission of referendum, for him to ask his brothers and sisters found in other places. When they confirm that they don't want to be part of what we are doing, then he can tell them, you can then go. Our PM, people called him, they said, declare Biafra for 5 states. He said no. You are the witness here when he declared 40 states of Biafra, the United States of Biafra that make up the 40 states. And these 40 states of Biafra, these people you are watching now.
Regions of the country, the regional and state divides have made it difficult for the Igbo to work together to achieve common goal. Worried by this scenario, an Igbo socio-cultural organization with the name Unify Igbo Now convened a conference in Asaba, Delta State capital.
Once I traveled from Onitsha to Asaba on the Niger Bridge, I could feel how our ancestors crossed each side to build another settlement.
Many of you will be watching his program. Many of you will be watching his program, but you will not pick more value to it until Biafra government will give powerful recognition. We are not telling them to mention Biafra. All we know that we are Igbo and we are Biafra. We are following their own track as they are putting it. But Abasi also Agwamai. They are Biafrans, but the subjugation they found themselves in Nigeria is denying them to mention Biafra. But in another way, they will say, release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. How can Nnamdi Kanu be released when nobody is active telling the public on how to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the agenda of the Biafran government in exile led by Simon? And that's why we have to continue. The words they are not using, we will use it to them and fix the things. But what you have to know is that the Biafran government in exile is bringing what they call chronological historical unification of 40 states that make up Biafra. And these our brothers are giving us the facts of it. They are going. There is a language that is circulated in Biafran land. They say ekere oru eke. Ekere oru eke. Onye obuna nwe nke ọ na-arụ. Then we continue and put it a little gas.
And I said to myself, if the river wasn't a barrier to our ancestors, why us? Why would we be demarcated by artificial nomenclature like Southeast, South-South, and North Central? I bet people who weren't deterred by natural barriers wouldn't be caged and divided by artificial ones. To unify with our brothers and sisters across Niger and fashion one Igbo family has been the battles of our ancestors. And as the river flows, so
unification of Biafra has been the battle of our ancestors. And if the river could not stop our ancestors, why us? That's why we take it upon us. That's why we take it upon us, demanding for our people, those who know more, to be writing comments, telling us what they know, how they left. If there is some tree or some deities found in your village, keep the history. That history is the origin. Keep the history, because those deities are the ones, those ancient of the earth, those Igbo ancient people kept those deities in that place. They kept those trees in that place. They kept the offer in that place for you to know where you are coming from. And now, our brothers that left to Israel, they left to Israel and they returned through Gad, the seventh son of Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. These are the people you can find in Idu Eri kingdom. And Idu himself from Bini side, we know today, history has told us today that the recent Oba of Bini is from Yoruba land, because this divide and rule has been going on long time ago. It has been a team plan. They planned long time ago. But because we are the children of God, nobody can conquer us just that easy, the way they think it may be. Let's listen to our brother, and we will be doing this program while Biafrans are waking up, because Chukwuka Abiyama send us to what we are doing.
So shall the unity flow with it. But one way to achieve this is by listening and answering the calls of our ancestors.
The group says it is disturbing that Igbo-speaking communities have forgotten that before the regional demarcations done by the colonial masters, the Igbo people have existed as one tribe with one culture.
Deny ndị oyibo kpọrọ deny na ma bụrụ ịdị n'etiti Igbo niile. O ji bụ na ịbịa na Nigeria taa.
This our brother here, as at 2017 or so, 18, he took it upon himself. He said he will take it upon himself. I watched some of his video. He said he will take it upon himself to be going village to village in that across Niger. He is going every day. We are seeing the videos. Seeing is believing. We are seeing his video. He is going everywhere. He is the organizer of this group now, making his own history. Making his own history. When you want to find now where is the unification of Biafra stands, it is starting from him. I think he is from a Banke or Eka. I want someone to correct me. Where did this guy come from? We are following everything that is happening. You know, this guy, he said he will make sure that he will go. And the one Igwe in that place that came from Imo State, from Enugu State, said, if you die doing this job, you will, if there is heaven, you will go to heaven, because history will remember you. What you are doing here is the real work of God. When you go to church, they will be always feeding your brain, your memory with the history of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they will classify them to be white people. They feed up your brain with the history of other people. Why you have your own history, how the race started. Some Israeli people we met said that they came from us. Who is then telling us the truth? I have some Israeli, some Judean people as friends. They say they are the people that came from us because life started in Africa. They came from us. Before we migrated to the Middle East, before the war of Moses going to Egypt and all these things started. And this our brother, he took it upon himself, unifying Igbo people at large. We are seeing all their videos. We are seeing Nwadibie. We are seeing the people who is bringing the history. And let me tell you, share this message to them. What they are doing is yielding mighty fruit. Because nobody is an island of knowledge. What you do is keep on doing what you are doing. That's why I'm sharing it here, telling you people what we think you are doing. And let me tell you, creation of 40 states of Biafra, the ideology and the strength came also from what they are doing. It came also from what they are doing, because all of them are voting for this Biafran freedom. All of them are fighting for the unification of Biafra. All of them are fighting that Igbo people are one. And the 40 states that make up Biafra is one Igbo people, Igbo nation. This 40 state is Igbo nation under historical track. Then this message, make sure you let the government in exile to listen to this message and the title. The title is more important, because the religion that is coming for Biafra, without historical unification, there is no other religion that can help our people. Historical unification, history of Idu and the history of God. History of Idu and the history of God. The historians, the archaeologists, all of them are inside government in exile. They are in government in exile. They are bringing the history out, how it's happening. But we as normal people, our people is now investigating everything. Now we are putting them on record. The geography of Biafra, people knows it already. That's why when PM established the map of Biafra and they made Ebube the capital of Biafra, nobody questioned it. Nobody has ever questioned why should you add us in the map of Biafra. They know that it is true, that they are Biafrans. They know that they are Igbo. The people who may be standing against Biafra are the people who is benefiting something from Nigerian pocket. That is the only way you can stand against Biafra. But today, our people are going house to house, investigating. I think we will bring our time going into their videos, how they are going house to house, because we stand for documentary. We are registering the history, and let us hear him before we call it a
achọ ikewu ihe ya bịara Igbo ebe ọ dị mma ịnụ ka a na-asị na Anambra, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi na Enugu so ha nwawu ndị Igbo enwe na Nigeria. Ije na news house ịnụ ka a na-asụ mainstream Igbo. Asụsụ a niile ọ dị deceptive eji wee weta system a na-akpọ divide and rule. Ka iwepụ ya n'ime anyị ka iwu ike na-afụ onwe anyị as divide and rule. Ka iwepụ ya n'ime anyị ka iwu ike na-afụ onwe anyị as nwanne. Wee weta system a na-akpọ divide and rule. Ka iwepụ ya n'ime anyị ka iwu ike na-afụ onwe anyị as nwanne.
What do you hear? Divide and rule. Divide and rule strategy is what made Nwike of River State in Port Harcourt to go and kill his own brothers to favor Fulanis. That is the ideology of divide and rule. The ideology of divide and rule is the thing that made Nwike. Divide and rule is the reason why you see in the Nkwere, they say they are not Igbo. Divide and rule is the reason you see all our people that has Igbo name, they have Igbo name, but they say they are not Igbo. Divide and rule. Divide and rule is the thing that is pushing everything, that it destroy everything. A lot of people are here. We have not set our comment section to bring it out. Mwafo, thank you. Chidubem, Mam, thank you. Akachuku, thank you. Onyeze Fidelis, thank you. Peter Pan, thank you. Diana Agundibia, thank you. Flora Akubilo. Flora Akubilo, are you here? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are back. We are back, Flora. Thank you, Flora. Master Paul, good to see you back on the screen with your good work. A unique contribution for the restoration of United States of Biafra. May God continue to bless you. Flora, thank you. May God continue to bless you as well. God continue to bless you. Yes, we are here to finish the thing we started. We are on break from work and everything, so we want to give it until next 20 minutes. So, Biafrans, that is what we have come to. Divide and rule strategy, that is when PM say, if you are against the 40 states of Biafra, come, let us see your face. Nobody came up. Nobody dared to come up there. Today, you can see our platform is looking gold. We are designing it with gold because we have come across agitation. Now we are in government. Now Biafra has their coin. Now Biafra have a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the thing ruling the world today. Digital currency. Anything you are doing, you see Biafran government, anything you are doing now, you have to go through digital to register whatever you want to register. Biafran ID card, you have to go digital. Anything you are doing today, you have to go digital. You know, that is why our platform now is turning to gold, because this is who we are. Now we continue to listen to our brothers that is doing mighty jobs.
Anasi mainstream Igbo, Igbo bụ Igbo, nwere Igbo karịa Igbo, Igbo niile bụ gịnị? Igbo.
Amazina ka ọ ga-esi bụ na ndị nke anyị ga-asịzi na anyị bụzi na ndị Igbo. Anyị na Igbo bụ ofu. Ọdịdị ka ile na eze, ya ma nwee ike wepụ nwa na-abịa n'ime ọnụ. Nọ ka anyị na ndị Igbo si dị. Enwe ụmụnne na Mbaise. Ikwu a ga-eji na aza ụbụlụ wee na-azazi maka onuwe asụ ụvụrụ. Enwe ụmụnne na Ebonyi steeti wee na-azazi ụbụrụ. Anyị nwa na-akpụ ụbụlụ mana enye niile chani ofu ụbụlụ tri nwo mkpụ afa ka ọ bụ ya ka anyị niile chasi bụ.
This one is not real Igbo. This one is fake Igbo. I'm pleading this medium for everybody to please, when you see a banker man, recognize him as a full Igbo person.
Anya bogita na nka ejikọ ọnụ. Onweghị etu anyị ga-esi ga-enwe prosperity na ya ejikọ ọnụ na gịnị na omenala.
We are out to partner with them, to partner with you, to partner with every other Igbo organizations. Name of maka na ọ dịlebe anyị mma, ọ dịlebe anyị ncha mma.
If you don't know your culture, you are an efulefu.
You know, one of our video which we have to play, when the Simon Ekpa, the Biafran minister, when he was the president of Igbo Union in Finland, preaching the same gospel, but those time is not one. But that was where he gained the ideology on how to lead Biafrans today. When the OS has been attacking our PM, he said he knows these people. He has been the leader, the president of Igbo Union in Finland. He knows them. He knows how they love money, and he knows how they can betray each other. They can betray you knowingly. They can betray you unknowingly. That's why when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and they renditioned, you hear DOS, they say, head we roll. If you don't bring him out, head we roll, head we roll. Suddenly, nobody is hearing head we roll. All we are hearing is, go and kill Simon Ekpa, go and kill Simon Ekpa. And what did Simon Ekpa say that time? He said, those people who betrayed this struggle, afterthought. You know, afterthought. After you see that Simon Ekpa, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu say, give him a slot so that he can lead our people out of the dungeon called Nigeria, out of Egypt. Then the DOS, led by Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Chinasa Nworu, they says that instead Simon Ekpa will bring Biafra. It is better for them to die. And that is why you see what is happening to them today. That is exactly what is happening. So my brothers and sisters, we hear our brothers who is praying the gospel of
as the Igbo people say, more than one nasu Igbo fuma, makane been Nansuka for a very long time. So you have to look at your culture very well and try to identify yourself. What you want identity?
The conference was attended by members of Igbo-speaking communities in Kogi State, Edo State, Rivers State, Cross River State, as well as Igbo-dominant states of.
Hello, my wonderful people. As we have finished watching this interesting video, Please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.